Donald Trump has threatened war against the country of Iran, and in fact, he's gone beyond just threatening war. He posted on Truth Social this morning that he is in fact sending a, quote, massive armada. Here is what Donald Trump wrote just a little bit ago, actually, I think about an hour and a half ago. A massive armada is heading to Iran. It is moving quickly with great power, enthusiasm, and purpose. It is a larger fleet headed by the great aircraft carrier Abraham Lincoln than that sent to Venezuela. Like with Venezuela, it is ready, willing, and able to rapidly fulfill its mission with speed and violence, if necessary. Hopefully, Iran will quickly come to the table and negotiate a fair and equitable deal. No nuclear weapons. One that is good for all parties. Time is running out. It is truly of the essence, as I told Iran once before. Make a deal! They didn't. And there was Operation Midnight Hammer, a major destruction of Iran. The next attack will be far worse. Don't make that happen again. Thank you for your attention to this matter. President Donald J. Trump, in all caps, by the way. He capitalized every bit of his own name. Wow, lot to unpack out of that. So, he wants Iran to have a deal to where they won't make a nuclear weapon. That sounds familiar, right? That sounds like something somebody else did many years ago, and then Donald Trump himself pulled the U.S. out of it, thereby basically killing the entire deal. Now he's pissing his pants because Iran is like, well, if there's no deal, maybe we're just going to make one. You guys have one. All of our neighbors have them. All of the countries that you guys say are horrible people have them. Perhaps we need them. And Trump's like, no, if only there was a deal in place that would have prevented you from doing this. How about we make one? They're like, oh, you mean the thing that we had that you killed and pulled the U.S. out of? You want to do that again? Like, you've proven to be untrustworthy. Why are we going to sit down at the table with you when you already took the table out of the room years ago? That makes no sense for any party involved. But here's what I got to tell you, Iran. Not that I'm rooting for you. I mean, obviously, I don't want anybody to have nuclear weapons, including the United States. But you saw the way NATO just rolled this guy because he's just so painfully dumb. Seriously, sit down at the table and you guys can get everything you want. Just stop making nukes. You want money? He'll give you money. I mean, you guys really could take this guy to the cleaners if you wanted to. So, maybe don't be so standoffish about negotiating with this dude, because all you got to do is put like a Trump Tower somewhere in your country, and he'll give you everything. And if you don't want to look at NATO as an example, look at what Vietnam did. Right? They avoided tariffs because they were like, hey, we'll get rid of all regulations for the resort that you want to build over here. We'll fast track everything, no environmental review. You can have your Vietnam resort. Just don't tariff us the way you're tariffing everybody else. And the administration was like, done, deal, got it, there you go. So Iran really has the upper hand here. Granted, the U.S. militarily has the upper hand. But you give this guy Trump Tower Iran, you're going to get everything you have ever wanted from him. Because it's so easy to play him. Because he is so stupid. Because he is so incompetent. He is an open book. Flatter him, give him a tower, put his name on a building, you win. Yeah, you got to look at the big ugly thing every day, but he'll be out of office and you take his name off and you still got all your stuff, right? So deal with it for 3 years and you can walk away with this. So I don't know what is going to happen. And obviously I am making light of this situation, but this is very serious. I mean, Donald Trump is already about to start another war. He hasn't even finished his first one yet. I mean, honestly, I know a lot of people talk about the fact like, oh, this is all a distraction from Epstein. And of course it is, but it's also a distraction from the original distraction. Everybody seems to have forgotten about Venezuela. Everybody. Like, that's not even something the media has talked about in weeks at this point. And that is driving me crazy. We're running another country. He's not even doing a good job with this one. And he's supposed to be running another country that, honest to God, I think his mental problems, I think he forgot about it. I don't think he genuinely even knows he still has to do something with it. You've created a huge problem and you just ignore it. He mentions it, obviously, in the post I just read, which was from 7:12 a.m. this morning. But it's like, yeah, we did that pretty quick. You arrested a guy and his wife pretty quick, sure. That's literally all you did. That country still has to be run. That country still exists. There's still people there. And we don't even know what's going on with it at this point. You guys are too busy doing interviews with New York Magazine where Marco Rubio talks about how he sleeps on a couch aboard Air Force One. He's supposed to be the one down there running it with Pete Hegseth and J.D. Vance. And instead, he's in the Oval Office giving interviews. So, I don't know. I really genuinely do not know what is going to happen with this. But I can pretty much guarantee that it's not going to end well for anyone involved.